Hi, Opal. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. I told you I was coming back for you. You're such a good girl. Well, on a recent road trip down to Florida, and then as you know, I go down there frequently, just about every year I stop in. And when I'm down there, I stop at this place that I normally go into just to look around and talk to the guys down there. It's a pet adoption place. It's called S.A.F E, Save Animals from Euthanasia. It's a organization in Florida that actually saves animals who are going to be euthanized, and they take them and they hold them and they get them back to health so that they're able to be adopted out. Well, this little girl here, when I went in and saw her, this is how she was. She wouldn't talk. She wouldn't look at anybody. She wouldn't. I had to get down on my knees and look right in her eyes just to see how she was. She wouldn't pick her head up. She was very sad. She would not even get up out of the bed. After talking to the people there, I find out that she was there for 9 months and nobody wanted to adopt her. As you can see, she's really very, very afraid. She won't even pick up her head and make eye contact with me at all. She keeps her head down the entire time. You can tell she's scared and just looks like just giving up on life itself. And you can see in her eyes that she's just very sad. Won't even make eye contact. So when I saw that, I figured let me put a little harness on her and take her outside in the backyard and see if I could get her to walk. She was so terrified in the backyard that she wouldn't even walk. She cowered in the corner and she was totally afraid. So at that point I figured, you know what, I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to adopt her and I'm going to give her a good home. So the first thing we did before we did anything, we went down and of course we took her to a pet wash and we washed her. And she stood there, wasn't afraid at all, just let her wash her down. As you can see, she's very thin and malnutrition. Now, the people at the shelter were telling me that she was so sad that she would not eat any of the food that they gave her. And for, as I said, 9 months she was there. She was in really very, very bad health and malnutrition. The only way that they could get her to eat anything is they said that they had to go to a McDonald's of all places and get chicken nuggets and hamburgers to feed her. She wouldn't eat anything. So just to keep her from starving to death, that's what they were doing. As you can guess, she's in my car, and we're actually heading back to the place that we stay in while down in Florida. This is after we washed her, so she's a little bit damp, but she laid on my lap the whole time, and we drove her. And this is the first walk when I took her outside of the car around the property. You can see her tail is down, and she's pretty afraid of what's going on. And you can see how skinny she is. But she's very curious what's going on. So we just walked for a little bit, probably, I'm going to say maybe 100 feet, 150 feet. And that was it. She was just terrified. She just laid down and didn't want to go anyplace. So I actually had to pick her up and carry her back. This is my other dog when they first met. Of course, you always want to have the dogs meet in a neutral area. You never want to have them meet in your primary residence or home or anything like that. She was so afraid, she just laid in a bed that I had picked up in the store for her. And you can see just how she's breathing. She's terrified. Like you may think she's sleeping, but look at how she's breathing. She's just scared to death of what's going on. You can see on her elbows and her legs how the hair is all worn away from just laying in the beds in the shelter and not getting any kind of activity whatsoever. So now she has her own bed. We washed her up, cleaned her up a little bit, and she wouldn't eat for a couple of days. But usually on the second or third day is when they start eating. But this is where she stayed. She wouldn't get out of her bed. Even when the other dogs came past her, she would just lay there and look at them. She wouldn't get up at all. She was just that given up on life, like there was nothing that was going to work for her. Now you can see how skinny she is here. Oop, this one's a little blurry. You see how skinny she is. You can see on her elbows how from being in the shelter so long, the fur had worn away and the elbows were raw. Now the problem we had is that we were in Florida on vacation. We had to drive all the way back up to New Jersey with her, and I wasn't sure how I was going to go with the other dogs. So we elected just to make a straight drive through instead of stopping and getting a hotel along the way. We elected to drive all the way back home, which was something like almost 20 hours. This is once we got back home. My other dog lay down on the floor, and she came over and laid right next to her. And we put her bed just about any place in the house, and she'll hop right in it. We picked her up one of those bones so you can chew on because her teeth look really pretty bad from, eating very poorly for a long time. But she loved the bones, and she's been working on that now for quite some time. And she knows that that's hers. And I might add that once we got her home, she did eat. With my other dogs, she would eat everything that we gave her at the shelter. They told us that she wouldn't eat any kind of dry food whatsoever. Well, she eats just about everything we put down as quick as can be. She loves chewing on the bone. Now this is the best part of the whole thing. She's home now. She's settled in I think this is probably about 2, maybe 3 weeks later. She's still afraid to go out in the backyard. She runs right back in the house, but she'll run out, sees the other dogs, sees me and my wife, and she'll run right back inside again. She'll usually run outside, do her business, and then run right back in the house. Doesn't want to spend any time outside whatsoever. And my other dogs are looking at us and thinking, what the heck is going on? Why did she keep running in and out? But you can see her tail is down, and she's scared. I might add that the yard is fenced in too, by the way, so there's no way that they're going to get out of my yard. And that's my other dog waiting for her to come out and play. She wanted to go in the back and play with her. And this took a while to get it to feel comfortable to go out and run around the backyard and play at all. But in this next video, you'll see that she's adjusted pretty quickly. Her and the best friend watching to get out, throw the ball out there, and off they go. So as I said, it's a sad beginning to her life, but now she's got the best possible life ever. She's adjusted really great. She loves being with the other dogs, and they're her best friends. And she loves playing with that ball. Anything squeaky, you throw it around, and she'll go run it around and pick it up. But you can see the difference from the first time we got her. And this was probably about a month after we had gotten her, how comfortable she's gotten, and she's feeling really good. She's still very afraid, and I don't take her out on a leash for a walk. But you can see that she's really adjusted tremendously from how she was when we first got her. So as I said, it's a good ending to a sad story. So let me know what you think about this video, and if you'd like to see future, I'll upload future videos for you if you choose. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.